Hi Chloe, can you share with us the different target segments for Air France KLM and if there are different branding strategies for each segment?
Yes, actually we organize events for three of our target segments, our B2C segment, our B2T audience and our B2B audience. Let me elaborate a little bit on the most important one for us. It's our B2C audience. We organize a lot of events for our individual travelers, whether loyal customers enrolled in our loyalty program, Flying Blue, as we call it internally in Air France KLM, or whether we target our unloyal or let's say new customers that come to our events also. The events for B2C are very wide usually, and we accommodate those with partners that we choose in different categories of themes that we want to explore and link our brands to. So we have culture, we have sports, we have fashion, we have travel of course. Gastronomy is an important one for us too, because our food on board is of gastronomic level and it's important in Singapore. Yeah, that's how we do events for B2C. If we speak of B2B, which are our corporate customers, so the big companies we serve in travel all around the world, we actually organize a few appreciation nights a year. So it's a little bit less, but big events also. And we will invite them with our senior management and with some salespeople, because these salespeople are in touch with these customers all year round. And it will be very normally dinners in town or golf tournaments, so some things our corporate customers appreciate. If we look at B2T, and that's the travel agent segment, which is also a very important segment for Air France KLM, we invite those agents for also appreciation nights in a little different way, because we organize award ceremonies where we congratulate and thank our travel partners for selling us well during the year. These three segments are covered either by events we organize ourselves or we tag along with partners, and we prefer to do that actually because we are not an event organizing company but really an airline trying to sell tickets, and ultimately that's the goal of all our events, is to show our brands, our product, increase awareness of our customers or prospects with these brands, and ultimately sell tickets.
Chloe, you mentioned that your events mainly are targeted to the consumer segment. Can you name some examples of the events that you have done for the B2C segment?
Yes, we've had a few events recently. People might remember Savor was a big one, so we partnered with Savor last year. The first edition of it, we had the launch of the A380 for Air France last year, so we used this event, gastronomic event, to launch the A380. We had a beautiful booth that was completely branded during the Savor event, where people could come and enjoy a glass of wine or champagne, the ones that we serve on board, and could also linger in a lounge type of sitting area where we would showcase our products on board. So our whole marketing and salespeople came and catered for the visitors, and we had a great time also doing it. On the KLM side, this year we've celebrated our 80 years in Singapore, and that's long history. So we decided to partner with Gardens by the Bay to bring 40,000 tulips in Singapore, and we've had a blast doing it. It was a logistics nightmare, but in the end it was a fantastic event, and we built during the whole month of April to the date of the event on the 3rd of May. With social media activities, so we were very active in the social media arena as well as offline, because we had distribution of tulips in Raffles Place, we had social media actions, so for the whole month of April, also to celebrate the abdication of the Queen and the celebration of the new King, leading to this event for the 80 years where we invited around 250 guests, of which all the Singaporean authorities, but also our customers, our partners, and Garden by the Bay also, of course.
Well, I've noticed that there are either Air France events or else a KLM events. Just wanted to know if there is a dual branding strategy for the company or if there's a general branding strategy as a whole.
Well, yes, good point. There is a general branding strategy. When the two companies merged in 2004, it was decided that we were stronger with two brands. One is Air France, one is KLM, and we kept those two brands alive and we still market them separately, except for a few areas. One is the Flying Blue program, which is a joint loyalty program, so both airlines join forces to offer loyal customers a lot of benefits, and that's a joint program, so we invite these customers jointly to events like a Tarot Club, a golf tournament, and like a few others in town. And we also decided to go joint for the B2B and B2T segments, so we can speak as one Air France KLM brand for those segments too. Yeah.
Well, how do you make use of social media to reach out to consumers across your events? Can you name a few examples?
Yes. We use social media to create the countdown to the events usually, so we tease our fans on Facebook and ask them questions about the upcoming event and try and have them guess what that's going to be about. And then what we usually do a bit closer to the event is we start distributing tickets for the events, and usually on the D-Day of the event you can usually grab a few more tickets for the event. We've done that for Hollandse Club concerts, we've done that for Savor, we've actually done that for the 8 years of KLM also. So yeah, we've done that a few times and it works pretty well. It creates the buzz and the leverage, plus our fan base on social media is quite different from our normal customer audience. These are usually younger people that travel on our Singapore to Bali flights and that are interested in long-haul travel that might not have taken that step yet, either because lack of time, lack of budget, but we know there'll be customers in the future, and even sometimes they're already customers, engaging.
Sure. Can you share with us your marketing budget for Air France KLM Group and how has it changed over the years?
Well, for the region I cover, Singapore, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, it has decreased over the 4 years of my tenure here by, I'd say, around maybe 5 to 8% in those 4 years. So it is a substantial decrease, but we are playing it smarter. With the team, we always brainstorm on how to make our investments, marketing investments, the smartest possible, and we look at return on investment very specifically. Each campaign, whether it's an event, a partnership, whether it's a media campaign, is looked at and monitored on the results. So we look at the number of bookings we've generated, the number of visits on the websites we've had after the campaigns or the events. Basically we are very careful about our marketing dollars and how we spend them.
Okay.
We intend to focus more because we have less money, as you probably saw. So we intend to focus more on PR, leveraging on PR, leveraging on partnerships, sponsorships, and also making the most of the e-marketing channels, including social media.
Can you name some upcoming events that Air France KLM is organizing soon?
Yes, so we just finished the 80 years of KLM in Singapore. That left the team a little bit breathless, so let us catch the breath and resume. In September and onwards we will have events with Encore, the European festival, and Voila, the French festival, and the Rendezvous of French Cinema that will come at the end of the year. Now already 2 editions with Sophie Marceau last year and Catherine Deneuve the year before. We hope to have another few actresses from France coming up in December. And I think that's about it for the coming months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Chloe, for your time.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Thank you.